don't think I'm going to sit down, actually. I don't think I could sit down right now.
A stunned Stephen Colbert reacts during his live election coverage last night as the results start to swing in Trump's favor.
How did our politics get so poisonous?
I still think that in her lifetime she deserves to be the first female president. And that's what makes me so sad.
Miley Cyrus uploads that grief-stricken video while Lady Gaga posts a picture of her protesting with the caption, "I want to live in a country of kindness." Practically all of Hollywood has something to say on social media about last night's results, and the overwhelming majority of it is negative.
See, the #1 trending topic is Trump wins.
The news comes as a shock to Canadian singer Dan Telefsky and several other left-leaning celebrities who stood by Clinton's side throughout the campaign.
You must vote for Hillary Clinton tonight!
From Katy Perry to Lady Gaga, Madonna, and Beyonce, Hillary had the most powerful entertainers in the world in her corner.
The scene here is so different than it was a few hours ago when people were happy and relaxed. There are people who are just in shock, and they are just stunned at the idea that they were completely sure they were coming to this event to celebrate Hillary Clinton becoming the first female president, and now they are confronting the reality that they could be walking out of here perhaps expecting that Donald Trump is going to become president.
You know, I think probably the best way to fight for the American dream is to remember some lessons that our parents taught us, because those are the people who won us the American dream. And ultimately, if we don't act like them for our kids, it's not going to be there for them. So.
The U.S. has a pretty bad record when it comes to voter turnout. In fact, it's near the bottom globally. Blame bureaucracy. In other countries, registry.
Nutshell is the premise of your book.
Basic idea is that if you want to win the hearts and minds of voters, you better start with their heart, because otherwise they're not going to be listening to much about what's on your mind.
Isn't that insulting to the American electorate?
You know, in a funny way, what it's really saying is that Democrats in particular have to stop thinking that people are stupid, and they need to start realizing that people vote with their emotional intelligence.
Awkward air kissing to sniffing.
Don't worry about that, baby. I love babies.
A minute later.
Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here.
And then there was Mini Trump.
Do you want to go back to them, or do you want to stay with Donald Trump?
Trump. Crowd-pleasing answer till he realized Mini Trump parrots the last word he hears.
Her mark, as they call it, on the stage. She wandered when she had to, but it was in the practiced way a politician does it. Donald Trump's career has been lived on television. Hillary Clinton's career has been lived in the halls of Congress, in the White House, and tonight you really saw that.
Making America great.
Why not? He's doing what he said he'd do.
I'm the only politician in history that have actually kept more promises than I made. Think of that. In other words, I made here.
I mean, he's doing all the right things, you know. They just gotta get out of his way. They
Meeting President Donald Trump.
Nobody has better toys than I do.
There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do. Nobody builds walls better than me. Nobody's better to people with disabilities than me. Nobody's fighting for the veterans like I'm fighting for the veterans.
There's nobody that's done so much for equality as I have.
There's nobody more pro-Israel than I am. There's nobody more conservative than me.
There is nobody that respects women more than I do. Nobody would be tougher on ISIS than Donald Trump.
Because nobody's ever had crowds like Trump has had.
There's nobody that understands the horror of nuclear better than me. And nobody even understands it but me. It's called devaluation, the sale of the uranium that nobody knows what it means. I know what it means.
Nobody knows more about trade than me.
Nobody knows the game better than I do.
Nobody in the history of this country has ever known so much about infrastructure as Donald Trump. I know the H-1B. I know the H-2B. Nobody knows it better than me.
Nobody knows politicians better than I do.
Nobody knows more about taxes than I do. Nobody knows more about debt than I do.
Nobody knows the system better than me.
Quality do you most admire in your opponent as a future Prime Minister?
I think I greatly admire his ability to change his mind on.
Political experience was playing a fictional president on TV, and now he's headed for a landslide victory in Ukraine's real-life presidential election. Vladimir Zelensky's campaign has been anything but conventional. He even started it with a bang, announced his bid at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve. Many dismissed him.
Hindi pwede na basta-basta tayong mamatay ng tao na walang proseso. Ang mga mahihirap lang ang pinapatay dyan. Sinong mga malalaking tao ang pinatay mo? Sinong mga malalaking... ang binangga mo?
Hindi mo lang alam. Kasi wala kang alam talaga.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg!
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.